Hey guys, so Dragon Ball Legends has been posting a lot on their Twitter account. They've been posting some hints, some things that might be hints, some things that might not be hints. And I've basically taken the past 2 days, that's why I really haven't uploaded that much, as I've been really trying to think about and figure out what exactly they're hinting at here. I've pretty much narrowed it down to one character specifically, which, you know, by the thumbnail and title of this video, you'll probably be able to tell who that is before I even start explaining why I think it's them. You know, we've had some hints in the past that have hinted towards this character before, and unfortunately it wasn't him, but I think this time it's pretty undeniable in my opinion that it's probably going to be the character that I think it's going to be here. So let's take a look at some of these tweets that they've been putting out, and you guys can feel free to let me know down below what you think about all this stuff, your own thoughts and opinions about what we might be getting here. There's a lot of GT stuff going on, but I'm thinking that's pretty much just, you know, traditional misdirection. I don't really think it's going to be GT related, right? GT hasn't really been touched in since the second anniversary happened. I mean, Super 17 got a Zenkai, but that's pretty much all that we got since the anniversary. So let's take a look at this first tweet. I think this is probably the most important tweet that they've put out over the past few days, or the past few weeks. So obviously, you know, it's just a Mega Shenron's picture, right? And they say, make sure to take a closer look. So there's a few things about this tweet that we have to talk about here. First of all, there's a little hidden thing here that says DBL dash, and what that is referring to is we take a look at actual card art, or, you know, character assets and their kits in the game. Each card has an ID, or each character has an ID. DBL is basically what every single character ID starts with, and since it's showing Omega Shenron and it's putting DBL dash, it's obviously, you know, DBL dash Omega Shenron. So Omega Shenron's ID is DBL24-09S. So what is significant about this? Well, if we add up those numbers, 24 and 9, that's 33, right? So 33 doesn't really seem like anything too crazy right now. We don't really know what that means. We just know that this, you know, his ID adds up to the number 33. So, oops, we'll save that for later. So we take a look at the actual tweet itself. Make sure to take a closer look. I'm taking a closer look at when they actually posted this tweet. So they posted the tweet on April 10th, 2021. So what does April 10th, 2021 have to do with DBL-33? Well, if you take a look and actually add up these numbers, April 10th, 2021, you add up 10 and 2, that's 12, plus 21, that's 33. So 33 is clearly very, very important with this character, because his ID adds up to 33, the date that they posted the tweet adds up to 33. So why is 33 so important? Well, let's take a look at this. Dragon Ball Z, The Dead Zone, right? Let's take a look at the release date of this movie. So released on July 15th, 1989. Let's add up those numbers. 1 and 5 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 9 is 16, plus 8 is 24, plus 9 is 33. So, a little bit suspicious. They're clearly showing that this Dash Omega, you know, this is important in some way. Then they have they literally tweet this out on the exact day that would add up to 33, and then, you know, the Dead Zone adds to 33, the release date. Okay, that's our first clue as to, obviously, if you haven't guessed by now, probably Garlic Jr.'s coming. Okay, so that's tweet number 1. Let's X this out. Let's go to tweet number 2. So this is the announcement of a video and stuff coming out on the 13th. This time with new members. Toshi also asks your questions and asks stuff. There's new info about updates and characters too. So let's just take a look at any patterns we see going on with this tweet at all. So notice how the broadcast is going from 413. That's when it's happening on the 13th. This is video and stuff number 14. So if we continue that sequence, 13, 14, 15. And then we go back to the Omega tweet, because remember, take a closer look. I'm taking a closer look, and what is the Dragon Ball in the center of his chest is the 1-star Dragon Ball, right? So, you know, clearly the 1-star Dragon Ball is the most important out of all these Dragon Balls, because that's you know, Omega Sin Shenron is the 1-star dragon. That's why the 1-star Dragon Ball's there. So that's why they probably put Omega here in addition to this clue down here. So the 1-star Dragon Ball is the most important. Then we take a look at this tweet again, 13, 14, 15. Take a look at all the Dragon Ball Z movies. There's actually 15 in total, right? There's 15 Dragon Ball Z movies in total. Dead Zone, World's Strongest, Tree of Might, Lord Slug, Cooler's Revenge, Return of Cooler, Super Ranger 13, Broly, Bojack, Broly again, Bio Broly, Fusion Reborn, Wrath of the Dragon, Battle of Gods, and Resurrection F. So again, 15 Dragon Ball Z movies in total. Take a closer look at the 1-star Dragon Ball. 1 out of 15. That's referring to the Dead Zone, movie number 1. Okay, so yet another hint for Garlic Jr. So that's pretty much that. Then we have this tweet over here. Now this is a tweet that people probably think won't mean much. This is just a typical Sparking Super Scout Battle tweet where they're referring to an event that's out. Nothing really too special about the actual tweet itself, but it's interesting the way that they worded this, right? So if you take a look at the actual tweet, you might not be able to see anything too crazy, right? Sparking Super Scout Battle Part 2 is live. Choose from 3 stages 3 times a day and get 7 Z power for Sparking characters. Part 2 features the stages Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Lineage of Evil, played daily to get powerful Sparking characters. So nothing too crazy there. But if you take a look at the wording and the ordering of the words, right? We have G right here. This is a G. We have A, R, L, I, and then C. That spells garlic. There's a reason why they put the words in this order, right? It's pretty obvious, right? This isn't even like a fifth of the fifth of this tweet has the word garlic in it. I didn't actually take that big of a look at the other tweets that they've made up until this point, you know, throughout the course of the past few weeks, but I guarantee you there's a bunch of tweets in there that are specifically worded to spell garlic in them. So if you guys have some free time, I'd recommend taking a look at some of the other tweets they've made, because there's a very good chance they have references to garlic in there. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. There's this one that they put out on March 31st. So this one was a little bit over a week ago, like a week and a half ago, where they just go, leaving this here, and all it is it's just a GIF of different Vegeta silhouettes, you know, just playing out. And that's the entire tweet. There's nothing too crazy about this, but it's just a coincidence, a coincidence that I thought that, you know, Garlic Jr., the movie, The Dead Zone, guess who's not in there? Vegeta. Guess where Vegeta's also not present? In the Garlic Jr. saga in the anime. And that would explain why they're putting silhouettes of Vegeta here, because he's not here. Because he wasn't present in either of those, you know, arcs with Garlic Jr., not in the movie and not in the anime saga. So that's probably why there's no Vegetas, because he wasn't there in the anime, right? So that's a little bit of a... I don't really think this is super important. I think the most important tweet is probably this one and then this one. But this one is just, you know, to reinforce the idea of he's probably there. All right, so now we're going to get to the tweet that they made today. And this is probably... I mean, if you guys weren't convinced through all these other tweets that they've made and my explanations of them, then this one has to... Like, this one has to convince you. So let's go take a look at what the tweet says. So there's something puzzling about this, and this is very similar to the Omega Shenron tweet because they have like the DBL dash, and then for this one they have 34 dash, right? So let's go take a look at the actual list of characters that we have in the game right now. Let's go back to DB Legends, characters, and the most recent character is Hit in the Blue Goku. Now they usually go in order of like the numbers, right? So DBL dash or DBL 33 dash is what these characters are, right? So this was the most recent banner release, DBL 33 dash. So we don't have DBL 34 dash in the game yet. This is like the fact that we don't have DBL 34 dash in the game means that it can't possibly be referencing anything we have in the game already. But if you take a look at the actual minus sign over here, you could think of that as not a dash but a minus sign. So you go 4 minus 3 is 1. Then you go back to the take a closer look, 1. Then you continue the sequence, 13, 14, 15. Again, this all ties back to them referencing movie 1 Dead Zone out of 15 Dragon Ball Z movies. So that's like 6 different hints that they've put out over the course of the past, you know, few days / weeks that are all referencing Garlic Jr. I think it's pretty safe to say he's coming this time for sure.